Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. My name is James Williams Jr. I want to talk about martial arts. Alright. So I watch a lot of martial art videos. I watch a lot of them. I watch a fuck ton of them. And a lot of people going around judging and saying things about people, and I'm gonna keep this 100% real, as I like to do all the time. Everybody needs to stop. You need to stop right now. If you have not legitimately fought people, you need to legitimately shut the fuck up right now. Now I'm going to say this for a reason. Alright? In my old age, I have learned a lot of things. And I've learned that sometimes what you hear or what you see isn't always what you get. Alright? Now I bring this to your attention for the simple fact that you have movie martial arts, you have real martial arts, and you have that shit in the middle. Alright? What you don't really know is kind of like heaven and hell and purgatory. I use that as a definition because last night I watched these two MMA guys cut down Steven Seagal, which I'm okay with because I don't really like Steven Seagal. He's the reason why I chopped my ponytail off in the first place, because he gave martial artists a bad name with the alleged wife beating stuff. Alright, so now you see my ponytail's damn short. But when they started cutting in on Bruce Lee, and these are two big guys, MMA big guys, you know. Not looking for them to come to my house, because you know they're professionals. But you know, here's the thing. I was born in 1973. Martial arts has, let's see how I can put this in a peaceful, non-violent way of saying. Martial arts has a stagnate period, alright? Every 10 years, martial arts stagnates. Some resurge because someone in that martial art field does some shit that nobody's ever seen done before, okay? In the 70s, when Bruce died, it stagnated into like the 80s and 90s, and then it stagnated again, and it's still stagnating and fluctuating, you know. Resurgence of Taekwondo versus BJJ, MMA versus BJJ, which is also part of MMA. And then you don't really see many more people practicing Wushu unless it's in showman form. You don't see many people practicing Judo or Jiu-Jitsu, regular Jiu-Jitsu, or Aikido or Kempo, or Shaolin Ryu, or any of the animal styles. You don't see anybody practicing them, ever. You do see Shaolin stuff from the Shaolin Temple every now and again. If you're following people on Instagram, you see them. If you're following people like I follow on martial tribes, you see them. But you don't really get to explore those martial arts. You don't really get to explore when you break into Taiga, or when you break into this Taiga, which is actually the dragon, or you break into Taiga up here. Now, you have dragon starting from the chi point, where you have Taiga starting in the fighting position, and then you have eagle, and you have the crane, and you have the snake. You have a lot of different animal styles that you don't really get to see people explore. You have the mantis. Now here's the thing about martial arts that no one's teaching you in these videos. They're not telling you the truth, that all martial arts are relative and competitive, and everything has been changed to suit the person using the martial arts, because every time a teacher teaches you something, you will adapt it for what works for you, because what works for that teacher generally does not work for you in a real engagement. Alright? I'm going to explain that, because the simple fact is, I use mantis and Kempo combined in certain strikes when training. So when my mantis goes from here to here, instead of traditional mantis where you cross and you sweep and then you come into a leaping mantis, sometimes that shit doesn't work. Because I'm telling you straight, if I go into a leaping mantis and I jump and you decide to put your foot in my chest, I have no defense other than to fall on my back. If I'm good enough to fall on my back and pancake into a kick up, or as your generation calls it, the kip up. I don't know how that changed, but in the 70s it was never a dude named Kip kipping up. Bruce Lee started that shit, and it was a kick up, not a kip up. That's another story. Anyway, that being said, the push hands for Tai Chi, you rarely get to see that. You rarely get to see crane dances with snake, which is basically the crane defending its nest against the snake. The snake and the crane martial arts are very, very much related. The only difference is that the snake rarely uses its tail, where the crane uses both wings and its beak. The snake uses its mouth for the attack, but you rarely get that. And then you have a lot of people going around exposing martial artists, as they have done. I have to make a second video. Yes?